Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to another KEW. You'll have to take note that there is an episode missing from the recent weeks. The episode in question itself was the episode where Atomic Andy claimed the KEW title, so any confusion as to why Andy was defending the title last week against the Cyclops, unfortunately, we're unable to resolve that. We can say it was a cage match, a steel cage match, featuring the Tange, Atomic Andy, Mark the Magnificent, and the Cyclops, where it was you have to climb over the top steel cage and escape that way to win. And Atomic Andy took what was an absolute thriller. We're gutted that we don't have the video to show to you all, and sadly that one's lost to the archives, it seems. But ever since then, this rivalry here has been brewing nicely. The Tange and Atomic Andy, they've had a little bit of a set to before that one, and then more recently they've had a little bit of a cooling off. But now, as you can see, the two of them are ready to reenact a bit of punishment on one another, and this surely has to be a number one's contender match, with, of course, the Cyclops now being the KEW champion. And we've not seen or heard any whispers of the Shinigami since the Cyclops shoved him in the ambulance. Since then, he's been missing in action in the KEW. Who knows, ladies and gentlemen, maybe we'll get a bit of an update. And here we have the two men in the ring. Tange goes for the handshake, very gentlemanly. No, straight in the face. Hits him with a cheap shot. The referee says, "What are you doing?" He says, "I don't do any gentlemanly business here, lad. I'm ready to get started against the big fella. Let me at him." Oh, a big clothesline from Andy. He says, "Have some of your own medicine back, lad." Picks him up by the tummy and German suplexes him almost across the ring. These two wasting no time to get stuck into each other. They both want a shot of the title. Andy says, "I want that shot of the title back. That title was taken off me unfairly." And Tange says, "You know what? I think I lost the title unfairly at Trouble in Tangetown. I'll have another go at it if you be so kind. Thank you." The two of them here locked up together then, really going at one another. Tange launches his man out of the ring, prowling in the ring. Up to a 1 count with the referee. A 2, Tange showing off to the crowd as Atomic Andy climbs back in the ring. And they lock up the pair of them, and now Andy has hold of the Tange round the neck. Oh, big gut punch there, almost sent him flying across the ring, and a shot whilst he's trying to get back to his feet. Introduces him to the thigh, the face into the thigh, and now a big elbow drop on the knee, working the Tange around the ring, and a big stomp there. The Tange is in a bit of a bad spot here as Atomic Andy looks to say, "I should be the number one contender. I want the next shot of the KEW titles." And here Atomic Andy picks him up from behind, lifts him up, and oh, massive face buster, driving him into the mat. And Tange's in an absolute spot of bother, a world of trouble here. He has hold of him by the back of the head, and oh, rams his face into the mat. Goodness gracious me, climbing out of the ring now as Tange rolls out of the ring as well. Andy not letting him have any breather. Gets hold of him, kicks him in the gut, tucks him between the legs, and Tange, no, flips him over at the last minute. I thought Tange might be going for a big ride there. Gets out of it somehow though, and then gets hold of Andy and flips him over. Oh, it's a reverse Boston Crab. Is he going to tap? No! Powers his way out of it with one arm, dragging the Tange to the floor. We're on a 3 counters. Andy throws his man down on the outside of the ring and climbs in. Tange, you can see, in some pain, up to a 4. The referee counting very quickly all of a sudden. Andy doesn't want to count out, so jumps back out of the ring. We're on a 5 count. Tange looked like he was going to try and strip the table to put his man through it, and Andy says, "Oh no, you don't." Picks him up and introduces him perhaps to the ring mat. There it is. Face on the ring mat. Just a 1 count now. Will the referee count faster again? Is it a Tange conspiracy here? He's up to a 2. He's showing off to the crowd as Andy watches on from the outside. Up to a 3. Well, he's got to 3 faster than he got to 1, I'll say that. Almost up to a 4 count there. He was counting very quickly, the referee. Is Tange in with a big uppercut there. Now has hold of Atomic Andy's arm. Stomps on the fingers and again on the wrist. Trying to loosen up the hands. Go after those big palms. He knows if he can break his hand, then he won't be able to give him that devastating choke slam that Andy has in his arsenal. Picks him up to the his feet now and whips him into the ropes. Off the ropes he goes, under Tanj goes, and then a big cross-body slam there. Tanj brushes the hands off, goes for the pin, both legs, 1, 2, just a 2 count there though, ladies and gentlemen. Tanj with the first cover of the night. Goes for a few strikes there, jumps on top of his man and pummels his face in. Looking to do some damage to the big fella, but he's swiftly up and back to his feet, and Tanj though back on the assault with a nice right hand or left hander there. Russian leg sweep down to the mat he goes. Andy pulling himself back to his feet as Tanj continues the assault here. Gets hold of him by the back of the head, pops him on the ropes. Oh, but Andy there, the big elbow as he powers his way out of it, and now tucks him between the legs, and up goes Tanj onto the shoulder, and down he comes. Oh, the big atomic drop there. Goes for the leg sweep, goes for the pin. 1, 2. Just a 2 count there though, ladies and gentlemen. Tanj easy to kick out of it, and Andy, look at that, he's angry and fired up. He says that should have been the 3. I should have put him away there, as he stomps on the arm. These two absolute monsters of the KEW, giant men. Andy drags his man into the middle of the ring as he slowly gets back to his feet, and now he's picked up. Off the ropes he goes, under Andy goes, eyeballing him up. Oh, big boot there, almost kicked his face off. Goodness gracious me, those size 14s. Oh, I thought he was going to scoop him up there. Tanj though gets out of it, and now he's back on the shoulders of the big fella. He's carrying him towards the ring ropes and drops him down, choking the wind out of him. And he's laying on the floor, and a big stomp to the ankle there. Rolls him over again. And Tanj now up to his feet. Oh, big kick there. It's just what Tanj needed to perhaps reverse his fortunes, as Andy rolls out of the ring for a breather, and Tanj says, oh no you don't, chases him round outside, and a big hit there to the side, gets hold of him from behind, and then, oh, nasty German suplex on the matting on the outside. Went for the stomp and missed. Oh, and a massive clothesline from Andy, up to a 3 count, and now Andy has hold of his man by the head and launches him almost into those steel steps. They're on a 3 count. The referee's saying, get back in the ring, you two. These two clearly not happy with one another. Maybe they see each other as an inconvenience in the KEW. Andy now doesn't look like he can figure out what to do there. Up to a 4 count now, and the referee's definitely counting slower because Andy's on the outside, it seems. Tanj throws his man into those steel steps, and now we're up to a 6 count. Tanj with a stomp on the outside. Might be getting a 7 anytime soon. Tanj with a leg lock, but oh, big elbow drop there, up to a 7 count. Is he going to look to make his way into the ring? No, he's still not. Up to an 8, and now gets Andy up and then slides in. The referee taking his time here, and look at that, ladies and gentlemen, up to a 9. He gave Andy all the time in the world to get back in the ring. I don't think Tanj would have had the luxury there. I think we can see this might be a conspiracy here in the works. The referee clearly has been told to give Andy all the time in the world to get back into the ring, and Tanj has no time at all, as Tanj just takes him to the ropes now, puts him now on the outside of the ropes, drags him to the second rope, and here he goes. Oh, that nasty snap DDT off the ropes, and he's on the floor, and Tanj just pounds to that and says to him, oh no you don't, I'm not finished with you yet. TKO! Tanj knockout blow out of nothing, goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. He's stolen it. He says, I'm the #1 contender. Watch out, Spyclops. I'm coming for you, and I'm coming for the belt in 2 weeks' time at our next main pay-per-view event. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Arms aloft, the big fella. Goodness me, what an epic start we have to the night in KEW. Lift his hands aloft. Of course, there's only 2 matches on the cards tonight for tonight's KEW event, and the next one will be a title shot. It'll be the last time for the tag team titles to potentially change hands during the regular KEW before we hit our next pay-per-view. Here we go then for our main event of the evening, the tag team match between the Big Bird and the Assassin versus the tag team champs, the Square Watermelons, consisting of Mark the Magnificent and Benji, of course. Pokemaniac Benji will be looking to defend the titles with Mark. And of course, the Big Bird and the Assassin, they've teamed up. The Big Bird gave up on the Teachers Union and fancied his chances with the Assassin. The Assassin making a deal with the devil in many ways, people would say. Here they come, teaming up with the CEO to try and get an advantage, and it certainly worked in his favour here, because these two haven't really had much tag team success and have been given a title shot almost down to nothing. The CEO clearly fiddling the works You can hear the crowd not happy. They're booing both of them. The Assassin is on a fast track of how to become one of the most hated wrestlers of the KEW. We know that, that's for sure, ladies and gentlemen. The two of them showing off to the crowd here. And here come the tag team title champions. Here they are. Belts around their waist. The square watermelons. They look fired up. Benji especially. You can tell he's well rested and ready to go. The pair of them fired up and ready for this one to defend their tag team titles. There, Mark hops over the ropes and into the ring. Benji fired up and ready to go with the belt as well. As they turn around and show off to the crowd. Fired up and ready. Here we go. Tag team titles on the line then. The last opportunity for us to have new tag team champions heading into our next pay-per-view. The Big Bird tag team titles. Big Bird will feel aggrieved that he's not had that belt round his tummy wummy yet. This a massive opportunity for him too. The biggest man in the ring, you'd have to say, compared to Little Mark and Benji. But Benji, deadly with those submissions. And the Assassin, of course, a high flyer. 4 very evenly matched competitors here. They are mean and fired up. And look at that Mark, he looks furious. Benji focused, the ferocity of Mark. Will they do anything to lose the tag team titles here? Of course, just a straight up tag match. Maybe somewhat reluctant to give up the belts, but the referee happy to take them and show them off to the crowd. Big Bird's face held aloft. The referee calm and composed. It's not quite the verve we would have expected inside the KEW arena, but here we go. You can hear there. Oh, Benji straight out of a few furious kicks here. Oh, kicks the Assassin's head off almost. Goodness me, he's fired up and out. He wants to defend his belt, but he gets a big boot to the face from the Assassin and a little moonsault there. You can see the Assassin's ribs hurting him a little bit already. Maybe he's still featuring some damage from taking on the Firefighter last week as the Assassin flips around and drives Benji into the floor, stomps on his butt now, and now goes for an early tag to the big fella. Wise to keep both of the tag team opponents fit here as he shoulder charges Benji down. The crowd not happy and are roundly booing him as he whips Benji viciously into the corner and follows it up with a spear and a boot in the corner, and Benji looks in trouble already. He's taken a lot of early punishment, early doors here, and now into the corner. Mark will be looking on thinking to himself, oh my goodness gracious, what have we got ourselves into? And Benji now runs away into the opposite corner off the ropes. Oh, big drop kick there. That's just what Benji needed to turn the fortunes. Now if he can get on top of the CEO, no, the CEO's got hold of him, picks him up, rams him in the corner and tosses him across the ring. Showing the power on display there, the power of a man retired with all the money that Cliff Richard has on offer to pump into himself, pumping iron, pumping everything else. We all know about those secret injections, and Benji the nice snap suplex there, and that's why perhaps the CEO is so buffed up and pumped up. That's hold of the arm here, right in front of the Assassin. Look at that, wrenching it round the back. What's going on here? Benji, oh, nasty stomp on the arm, really working it there. Goes for the pin early doors. The Assassin doesn't want to know. Gets a 1-2. Easily kicked out from the Big Bird. The Assassin didn't look too bothered there, though. It didn't seem to bother to him if he won or lost this match. He was just watching from the outside. And Benji, oh, sit down fisherman splash there, or fisherman's drive. A nice stomp there. And he's got him right in the corner in front of his man. He's going to whip that arm over again. Now look at that, wrenching it round the back, and that's got to hurt, ladies and gentlemen. And the nasty stomp on the arm just to soften him up a bit more. And he's going to tag in the wee fella. I'm not so sure that the height disparity will work here as Mark comes charging in, and a big clothesline there. You can see the Assassin wanted the tag, and now the Big Bird gets the arm drag in. I thought there might be an opportunity to get the tag in, but no, Mark's on top still. No, he's not. Big kick from the Big Bird, gets him tucked in between the legs, rolls him up and power bombs him down. Goodness gracious, he almost put him through the ring, and now casually walks over to go for the tag. And here we have the two high flyers in the ring now. Mark bouncing around, DDT, springboard DDT on the Assassin, and the Assassin with that nasty cheap boot to the face from Mark the Magnificent, and now has hold of the arm and drives the knee squarely into the arm there, into the elbow. Picks Mark up, has him on his feet and whips him into the corner. The Assassin there, and you can see Big Bird getting a cheeky punch in, and now the Assassin with the sit-down powerbomb out of the corner, and Mark all of a sudden looks like he doesn't know what day of the week it is. He gets the tag, the Assassin. Mark crawling across the ring, looks like he's trying to get to Benji. Big Bird showing off the guns. Mark allowed to crawl a long way here. Benji doesn't want anything to do though. He's not looking for the tag just yet. He doesn't want to get back in the ring with the CEO. Mark's crawled back to his feet and is up now. Big Hurricanrana, whilst Big Bird wasn't paying attention. He was too busy showing his muscles off to the crowd. Mark gets him to his feet now though, picks him up and whips him into the corner where Benji is. Slowly makes his way over. He looks a bit out of sorts here. That's the former KEW champion and the tag team champion Mark. He has Big Bird in the corner, whips him out now, and then gets over the top of him, and Hurricanrana's in reverse. Hurricanrana across the ring, he's back to his feet here. The CEO kicks in the guts and facebusters him onto the mat, right in front of the Assassin whilst he's looking there. Goes for the cover, 1, 2. The referee took a little while getting the cover there. You can see Mark doesn't look best pleased. He thinks the CEO took too long. Moonsault there. Thinks he took too long. The referee with the pinfall count is pointing up in the sky. Well, that mean only one thing, ladies and gentlemen. He might feel like it might be time to get a bit froggy. Whips him into the corner here. Gets hold of his man's leg and then boots him there in the leg, trying to weaken that power base of the CEO. You see limps out of the corner, and Mark ducks under him here, gets hold of him, and he's doing it right in front of the Assassin. He's giving him the Assassin's twirling edge there, and now a scream to the crowd here, ladies and gentlemen. The Assassin desperate for the tag. Mark showing off to the crowd. Here comes the Assassin. Big Bird got the tag. I'm not so sure Mark knows. Now he does. He's got the Assassin's boot in the face, and Mark down on the floor, and he dives and gets the tag to Benji, and here we go, the two fresh wrestlers in, and he's up and round, and he's dragged Benji to the ground. Mark's still on the floor in the ring, and the Assassin's got hold of Benji. Benji's elbowing his way out of it now, and the Assassin looks like he might be in a bit of spot of bother. He's in the wrong corner really. Benji kicking the guts out of him, and that big back heel kick to the face. Goes for the cover. The CEO's in. 1. Just a 1 count. The referee taking an age to get the count up again, and Benji, you can see there, now he doesn't know who to go after. Now he's going to go after the CEO with the right hand, and the CEO gives him one back, and now he looks a bit dazed and confused, and it's giving the Assassin time to recover and get back in the ring just to get a couple of knees to the guts there. And here Benji whips his man over, and a nice shot to the back there from Benji. Tags Mark in, and Mark now in he comes to deal with the Assassin. Looked like he was trying to run into the ropes there. Nice little roll there. Springboards around, springboard DDT on the Assassin. He's right in the wrong corner, the Assassin. Nice kick to the back there from Mark, and now the Assassin could be in a spot of bother. He's a mile away from his tag team partner, and Mark's got him just where he wants him. Kicks him in the guts, tucks him in between, has a look around, Spinneroonie, oh my goodness me, the crown driver, goes for the pin, 1, 2, just a 2 count though. The Assassin gets a shoulder up. You can see Mark not happy with that. The Assassin's down though on the mat, and the CEO in the corner watching on. Nasty snap DDT there from Mark. The Assassin now, can he crawl over to Big Bird for the tag? Mark too busy slapping his chest, showing off, and now the CEO's in. The CEO missed his spear though. Mark managed to get out of the way, now gets the arm locked in after Benji had done that difficult damage to the CEO's arm to start with, and a little stomp there. Goes for the cheeky cover. 1, 2, just a 2 count though, ladies and gentlemen. You can see Mark looks a little disappointed. And he gets a big kick to the face there. Goodness me. Big Bird almost booted his head off. Stomped to the arm. And now Big Bird dragging his man around. I'm not so sure why he needed to drag him a little bit away from the ropes, and Mark's got up in the meantime, kicks him in the guts, tucks him in between the legs, up he goes. Oh dear, the big drive. Oh my goodness me, the Big Bird's edge, and now Mark is down, doesn't like he knows what day of the week it is, and oh dear, he might about to get snapped in half. Massive spear there. Benji straight in to deal with it, in he comes and breaks up the pinfall almost immediately. The assassin, the CEO tied up with Mark, whips him into the corner. Mark doesn't like, he knows what day of the week it is. Gets a little elbow in there though, just what he needed to try and reverse some fortunes. A little snap there, and a nasty drop kick to the back of the head. And now he says, have some of your own medicine. Snap suplex, not snap suplex, a snap neck breaker there. And now will he go for the tag? And if he can get Benji in, and Benji can get one of those submission holds locked in on Big Bird, this could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, he's been speared out of nowhere. Spear out of nowhere. Mark doesn't like he knows what day of the week it is. Dave's confused on the outside. A 2 count, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness me. I thought Big Bird had nicked it there with that massive spear. And now, big side suplex on the outside there. Launching him across the ring. He's getting back to his feet slowly. And he's got him now. And he's going to powerbomb him viciously on the outside. You see how much power is in that. Benji bouncing off those thin mats, and he's back to his feet here though. Struns around on the outside straight after his man, and I think he wanted to try and put him back in the ring but couldn't quite manage to. And reverse Hurricanrana. We're on a 6 count, and Benji's got to be careful. He's got to get back in the ring soon, and he just can't quite manage it. We're on a 7. Benji with a neck breaker, a kick to the back there, an 8 count, and we're going to get a count out in the title match. Slides in, 9, and the CEO on the outside doesn't like he knows what day of the week it is. A 10, there it is. They've defended the championships with a count out. The Big Bird and the Assassin looked furious with each other. My goodness me, a little hug for the two fellas there. They're happy to have retained their championship, but goodness me, they're very fortunate here, ladies and gentlemen, and you can't say that they look like convincing KEW Tag Team Champions. We'll only find out in a couple of weeks whether they can hold on to their titles and defend them successfully at the next main pay-per-view. But we have some breaking news for you here, right at the end of KEW. This is rare that this happens, ladies and gentlemen. We can say officially and exclusively here that the ambulance containing the Shinigami, well, it's been found, ladies and gentlemen, and it's being live streamed currently on the Spyclops' Twitter page. And we're not going to put it up. We're being told by the CEO, no, we're not putting it up. It's not what we show on this family-orientated show. It's the ambulance, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like it's in a crushing yard, and it looks like to me, yes, you can see the ambulance rattling. It looks like the Shinigami is still locked inside, and the ambulance is waiting to be crushed. And we're getting word, ladies and gentlemen, that the Spyclops, yes, he's going. He says he's going to next week crush the ambulance live on KEW after his match, and yes, that'll be it. That'll be the demon defeated, he says. My goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen, tune in next week to find out if that'll be it for the Shinigami, whether he will be crushed live on air by the Spyclops in the back of the ambulance in a vehicle crusher. Goodness gracious me, ladies and gentlemen, join us next week to find out.